What's going on, everybody? I wanted to do a type of video I haven't done in a long time, which is car related. I've got this 68 Mustang here that is definitely seen better days, but I wanted to start this as like a little starting point of the project for this car. Now, as you can see by the fact it's got 4 lugs on it, it was originally a 6-cylinder car, and I definitely am not putting a 6-cylinder back in it, even though I had considered all the different types of engine swaps that good 6-cylinders could be put in it. But I've already got the 90s Ford Explorer for the rear end out of it to make it a 5-lug in the rear end. This project has been kind of going slow. Actually, it hasn't really moved at all since I've gotten it because buying a house and all kinds of other things. But this was a 6-cylinder car going to be an 8-cylinder, or depends if I can find something that is high power producing, smaller motor, and not extremely expensive, because I have considered everything from inline 6 JDM motors to 4-cylinder diesel motors. No matter how you look at it, the motors that make the best power are usually expensive. The swap kits are normally expensive, and things like that aren't normal to swap into these type of cars. So I would have to manufacture engine mounts and stuff like that on my own. The problem with it fitting is not exactly a problem, but it's all a decision. You can see it's got some holes in it from the rust over the years. Actually, those don't even look like rust. It kind of looks like someone melted holes on both sides. For what, I have no idea, but car is a solid foundation, but it does need just about everything. Sounds like mothballs up in here. But yeah, so as you see, needs like most likely full quarters. It's solid up in this area. It's solid on the roof. Fenders are mostly solid. I think that one might need to be replaced. Like I said, the quarters are not solid, especially down here. I think I have to have a key. Oh, yeah, the trunk is definitely bad. It looks like someone had either put a shit ton of paint or Bondo. It looks like Bondo on it at some point. And then this fender over here is about the same, right down here. And yeah, so I would like to make a build series on this, but I'm not gonna say it's going to be a video released once a week, once a month, or anything like that, because it's gonna take a while. The car is in extremely rough shape. Some of the parts, specifically like swapping the front end to a V8 front end, I either have to buy a new kit, which I can't remember who made it, but the kit costs somewhere around $3,000 just for that kit. So that is going to be something I have to figure out on how to swap it over to 5-lug on the front end. The rear end I already got figured out. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but it's doable and the cheapest route with kind of the best option for 8.8 rear end. You can see though, once you get underneath the car, there's not much wrong with it. I know if you get underneath of the floorboards in here, I think it's like right under here, you'll see a little bit of, I think there's a hole on the driver's side underneath the driver's seat. It didn't come with anything that was under the hood. It was a shell. It was a rolling shell. But yeah, the interior is actually probably one of the better things on it. It's a little rough because it hasn't been cleaned in probably about 20 fucking years. But like, you look, the seats, they got a little bit of tearing in it, but they're all together still to where you could have them reupholstered and they would work that way instead of having to buy whole new ones. The door panels probably could just be reworked too. I don't know if they would be salvageable, but that would be figuring that out when pulling them off. It was an automatic R2, but I'd prefer it to be a manual. But I'm not gonna say that is a deal breaker. Kind of depends on if I find a deal on a motor trans. The original plan of this was a Coyote swap, but oh, come on. But because of the prices of Coyotes in general, it may happen, but I don't want to go buying a what was it? I found one just the other day, used engine trans, ECU, and manual trans too. I'm not 100% sure if it came with the accessories, but it came with the wiring harness and the ECU. Basically everything you needed to swap it over and get started on it and make it run, essentially. And they wanted $8 grand for it, which, don't get me wrong, I don't think is a bad deal because it was a 2014 Mustang motor, had Boss intake on it. The 2014 usually turnkey, which I know that one wasn't turnkey, but a turnkey motor is about $16,000 to $18,000, I think, if you have one delivered to your house. So yeah, this is the 68 Mustang. She's a little worse for wear. If y'all have any comments or suggestions on how it should be done, let me know and I will take it into consideration. But I just want to reiterate that it is definitely going to be a long process. It's not going to be something that you'll be able to see every week, especially after I get to this house built. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Leave a comment for anything that you want to let me know. I try to read them all. I'll see you next time.